How are other people doing it?
Hello, we are back with new lighting. Might be weird.
New lighting. Is it really a dramatic difference?
To me, it is.
They'll notice. Okay, well.
If someone's just listening, then this means nothing to them. So,
Do you ever feel like our listeners on the audio platforms, they kind of feel like we care more about video?
do any of these people exist? I don't know.
What do you mean, do any of them?
Is there anyone out there?
that listen to us?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the
they
stats.
They listen to us.
Oh, yeah.
I told you, there's like dozens.
Well, I feel like I'm bringing up the audio people.
How?
I just mentioned them. I'm the reason they're on your mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it just feels like, oh, we're doing this. Oh, look at this video. And then they're like, well, it's a podcast. It started in audio form. Care about us.
I do.
Okay, we do care about you. But you're missing out because we're pretty fucking hot. I gotta tell you.
No.
We are sexy.
We're very average.
And if you can't tell by my voice, you're like, that dude, he's a fucking stud. All right. So, yeah, we're back. And we got another episode for you all. I was about to say, oh, and happy Halloween, but this is going to be released after Halloween.
Happy November.
Yeah, happy November. What are you asking for Christmas? Drop a comment. Okay. All right. I want to know.
Do you know what you're asking for?
No, I don't.
Oh.
You know, when I was a kid, I didn't start thinking about Christmas in November because we didn't get many gifts. So I know it was a little different with you. Her family, they don't anymore, but the first time I went for Christmas, her family, you probably had, 30 gifts?
Okay, we don't share that with other people.
20, 30 presents?
Yeah,
There's a lot of gifts.
my family has an issue with shopping, so that's the only way we show love to each other.
That's a little too deep for this podcast. Okay, moving on to the first story. The title is, I was asked to go on a date to the movies this week. Would it be weird or cheap of me to suggest watching it on a streaming platform at home so that I don't have to buy a ticket? I know this is like my third post in the last couple of days, but it's the last for now, I promise, LOL. This is a frequent poster. So this guy, 25 years old, I've been talking to for a couple weeks, asked me, a 19-year-old, to go see a movie this week. The plan is to see the movie in theaters and then to his place to watch the World Series since our favorite team is in it. I'm not going to say who. I don't want people to start a sports argument. All right, what? It would be cool to go out to the movies and then his place, but I just found out that the movie we're going to see is on Peacock, which I have. Would it be weird or cheap of me to suggest we watch it at home so I don't have to pay for my movie ticket? I'm assuming I'm having to pay for my own, but I don't know. If you're going to ask, why can't I just buy the ticket? Well, I don't have a job yet, and I get monthly allowance from my parents, and I don't have a lot of money left on my card. So, what do I do? I feel like this is a very, young person's problem today. It's like, oh, what do I do? It's in theaters, but it's also at home. We didn't have this when we were teens. Not that anyone was asking me to the movies.
Renting a movie versus going to the movies?
Like, it wouldn't be playing in theaters and available to watch on your TV.
Okay.
So we're speaking to the youngins of today.
Can you not call me old?
You're not old.
You're old.
You're just not young.
You're older than me.
I'm 53 years old.
Well, that's how you act.
What I'm saying is, this is a problem we didn't have back then.
I don't think this is a problem. Not being able to afford going to the movies.
Sounds like it is for.
It's just easier now because you have another option.
But we
could not afford going to the movies.
But
before.
it's a problem for her because she's wondering, does it make her sound cheap? And then you have the other issue. It would be
the same problem in our day if we just said, oh, I don't have money for the movies. Do you want to just hang out and rent a movie?
That's not the same movie.
But that doesn't change the problem. The problem is that you can't afford a movie ticket. Just she's lucky enough to still be able to watch it.
All right, well, it's not an issue then. I don't know why you're making a post about it, lady. It's not an issue. Get over it. You're privileged.
I'm talking about you acting like
it's a problem.
Whoa, we never had this in our day.
It's a problem. I would be worried about it. But then you also have, okay, well, let's say you say, oh, I want to watch at home. Then does it give the guy like the wrong impression? You know, oh, let's just watch it at my place. Then you're worried about like, oh God, is he gonna try something?
Yeah, so I missed. This is a woman.
This is a female.
Okay.
A 19-year-old woman.
Okay, I don't really think it's much of a problem. Because why would you want to... You don't want to date someone who would judge you for that, right? Because that's your current circumstance.
That she's poor.
She's not...
Well, I mean,
she just doesn't
19,
have a job right now.
She gets an allowance still from her parents.
So if they can't understand, hey, I'm actually kind of broke right now.
All right, and also, that's what he gets for dating a 19-year-old. He's 25. He could find someone more his own age that might have more money.
Well, yeah, that's a separate...
You know,
weird.
Well, yeah, so
who am I to judge?
He should be understanding.
But now, actually, are women paying?
Don't touch my phone. What?
You seem like you weren't even joking.
No, I was joking.
Are women paying for their portion of the date more these days?
She's assuming that she has to pay for her own, but she doesn't know that for sure.
Well, maybe she's assuming because like that's how it goes nowadays.
Maybe guys are just cheap. Where are all the gentlemen at?
They want to be equal, so now we have to pay for ourselves.
I don't think women are out there requesting that they pay for half of everything.
They're requesting we be equal, and unfortunately, I'm not requesting it. I won't be able to pay for my stuff.
So you think there are teenagers out there that are being asked out on dates by fellow teenagers, and they're saying, but only if we split the bill.
Well, that's not how people weren't asked out on dates, and women said, but only if you pay for the bill.
So you think they're fighting when the bill comes?
It's understood.
No.
Yeah, it's understood. No. Why would I pay for yours? We're equal.
Okay. If you're a teenager listening, let us know how it is. Or if you are a parent and you have a teen, ask them about it. Because I don't think that's the case. I think guys are still paying most of the time. Unless you have, some broke guy,
Well, it's good she's not assuming he's going to pay.
That is good.
Now, I would also be worried. Because, for instance, if you were going to say, like, hey, I'm kind of broke, so do you just want to watch it at home? Then will it seem like you're fishing for them to pay for you? Is he going to be like, oh, so you're asking me to pay for your movie ticket?
Yeah. The top comment says, why don't you just tell him you want to but can't afford the ticket?
What did she say?
She did not reply to that directly.
What did other people say?
Well, someone said, I think this is the perfect response. You're telling him he can't afford it, which is honest, but also offering an alternative. Or another one said, OP, just tell him this, because if you invite him to watch that movie at home, he's going to think you're trying to fuck.
Well, that's the true dilemma. Mm-hmm. Not that, do I go to the movies or do I stay home?
Oh, you don't have any money. Right. You don't have any money. Sure.
What?
That's what he's thinking.
Oh.
You don't have any money?
Okay. I see. You want me to fuck you.
I see. You don't have any money, right. I saw you buy that new bracelet the other day, but you don't have no money. I got you.
Okay.
That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
This person says, so apparently it was Dune. That was the movie that they were going to watch. And someone said, Dune is an adaptation, and if he's a fan of it, he might prefer to do it alone. But didn't he ask her to the movies?
He might prefer to do it alone.
To watch it. Apparently masturbate. He's a really big fan of it. I don't know.
Like, rather than watch it together at home, maybe?
But that is another... See, it's a problem. You said it wasn't a problem. It's a problem. I'm getting all worked up. It's a problem, folks. Because now it's Dune, right? It's this big, it's on IMAX screens, it's like, you're supposed to enjoy it in this, like, theater, and if he's a big fan of it, he might want to see it the way, it was intended to be seen. He doesn't want to watch it on some, like, little TV screen, so then you have that, too. She might be ruining his viewing experience.
Well, then he could just say, "Oh, I kind of really wanted to see it in theaters, but we can watch something else."
Right. At the end of the day, it's not a big deal. He can either say, "Oh, I'll buy your ticket," or "That's
No,
fine."
you know what? I say, put it on a credit card.
Put it on a credit card.
Pay it off.
You're
the
telling
following
her?
week when
You're
you
telling-
get your allowance.
No, don't get a credit card. You're
I'm
telling her to
assuming
get
she
a credit
already has
card?
a credit card.
Why are you assuming
You can't
that?
put a $20 movie ticket on a credit card and pay it back the next week.
What?
Don't get interest on it. Just put it on a credit
You
card.
can't. She can't be trusted with a credit card. She's gonna go spend
She
it
sounds
all.
like she's smart about her money.
No, it doesn't. Because if she had the money, she'd go watch Dune with us. Because she don't even like
Well,
Dune.
I'm sure she still has, like $20 to her name. She just doesn't want to waste the rest of her money on a movie.
So apparently, okay, every 19-year-old go out there and get a credit card.
Just $20 on the credit card. That's your
Right?
max.
They're all gonna do that
Why not?
because they're dumb.
Okay.
All right. Good luck. Hopefully you like the movie. I don't know why she was so against starting a sports argument. Can't
It
say
must
what
be
your team is.
What are the two teams in the World
I was
Series?
about to ask, are you trying to talk sports right now?
What are the two teams?
The two teams are the Houston Astros and the hot Atlanta Braves.
Okay, so who's more, riling?
Who's
That's a
more
word.
what?
Who gets people riled up more?
Well, no, that's a good point. The Houston Astros. People don't like the Houston Astros because of the whole cheating scandal. So maybe she is a fan of the Houston Astros.
They cheated. Oh, are they the people who
The trash
did
cans, the bang, so they know what pitch is
and
coming.
they were able to play again the next year and go to the World Series?
Well, last year would have been the year after that happened. They did not go to the World Series last year. But,
I know, but the year after.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Well,
They should have been suspended for
they
longer.
paid.
What did they pay?
Some got suspended a little while. The manager he was terminated.
Only
But,
the manager?
yeah, well, they didn't really hit the players that much.
Okay, well, I don't care that much.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to this right now, I'm like, I just exited.
Also, that's true. They might be like, what the fuck? To end that discussion, Houston Astros, they're trash. And if you like them, you're
Well, that's why
also
she
trash.
didn't want to say.
Well, she started it. You should have not even mentioned the fucking World Series.
So I hope you like my financial advice if you watch this girl.
Yeah, but she's a Houston Astros fan, so she's not going to be smart with her money.
Sounds like they are smart. They come up with
They're, yeah.
cunning ways
I
to...
know. Good for them. Okay, we have a new story. It's not really a story. It's a question. The question is posted in Ask Women. So these are presumably women who are responding to this question. I'm sure there's some like men that are trolling the subreddit also. The question is, what is the most ridiculous thing a partner has asked you to change about yourself? So,
Do you have an answer to that?
do I have an answer to that first? And then you'll answer. And then we'll get to these juicy comments.
Sure.
Okay.
Is that how people have conversations?
It is on
First,
how
you're
are
gonna
other people
do
doing
this.
it.
Then I'm gonna talk
It is
about
on
that.
our podcast. We need structure. So the most ridiculous, I'm a robot. The most ridiculous thing a partner has asked you to change about yourself. Now, obviously, because I think you've slowly become a fan of this. But I feel like at one point you didn't want me listening to country music.
I
You're
never
like,
felt that way.
You're like, oh my god, he's listening to country music. Like you thought it was embarrassing that I listened to country music. Like you were embarrassed by it. If I would have played it around your family, you'd have been like, oh my god.
I would still act that way.
Oh, there you go. You want that to change? I like me some country
But
music.
I don't remember feeling strongly
I mean,
against.
yeah, I wasn't sure. That's just
I had a bias. I had a personal bias in general.
Mm-hmm.
But I never wanted to take that away from you.
But now you love country music.
I don't love it.
She loves it.
I mean, I still
You love
you know.
some of it.
roll my car windows up.
You secretly love it.
I just don't want people to think I'm something I'm not. But who cares?
Your person loves country. I mean, you're not.
Well, I mean, country music decided to associate itself with red states. Okay, so that's country music's fault.
Well, there are country music artists out there that are not that way. But we're getting political now.
Yeah, I know.
There's no, sex and politics don't go together. Just ask Bill Clinton.
Well,
okay, so let's get away from politics.
You're the one who decided to bring up something that obviously it's related. Country, yeah, country's political. When you say country, people think Republican.
Well, okay, well, I'm not a Republican. Get over it.
I'm just saying that's where the bias comes from.
I like country music. I like rap music. I like techno. I like rock. Awesome. Classic rock.
But I'm just saying if someone hears you listening to country, they're probably going to think.
Not the country I listen to. They're going to think, oh, he's cool.
Okay.
I don't listen. Well, again, you might listen to the person I was going to mention. And I don't want to offend you. Okay. So what about you? What have you had to change, or they requested that you change about yourself?
Well, they didn't want me to keep working out. I think I've said that before.
Oh, wow.
I was losing too much weight.
He wanted you to stay thick.
Yeah.
Is that what he said? He said, I wanted you to stay thick.
I think he said my butt was getting too small.
Your butt was getting too small?
Yeah.
Wow. You have a pretty big butt, so you must have been working out a lot. You must have been running.
And he wanted me to wear Vans. He didn't like that I wore, like, boots.
So you did like country music?
No, I didn't wear cowboy boots.
Oh, okay. Okay. Stylish boots.
Regular boots.
Not
boots.
Boots. He wanted you to be a little skater girl. He wanted you to be a skater girl with a big booty?
Yeah.
I don't think those go together.
Yeah, he wanted me to wear jeans more, too, because I wore a lot of dresses.
He wanted to see that big booty.
I don't know.
He didn't want to have to lift up the... Oh, interesting. So it sounds like he didn't like you.
I don't think he liked my style. I think he wanted me to be more, right. Chill girl.
Like his new girl.
His new girl.
He wanted you to be a little skating girl. Interesting. Did he have a crush on Avril Lavigne?
I don't know.
That's the only skater girl I know. What other skater girls are there?
Is she a skater girl?
She seems like it. I look at her and I say, she knows how to ride a skateboard.
Yeah, maybe she rode a skateboard. I don't know.
She definitely did. Huh, interesting. So did you stop working out?
No.
Did you start wearing Vans?
No.
Wow. Doesn't sound like you're very accommodating to his needs.
I have trouble doing that. I admire people who can change that much.
I've been asking her to wear a straw hat for like 10 months now, and she just won't do it. There's just something about straw hats that get me going.
Although I did wear less sweatpants for you. That's your request. That's what you wanted to change about me. I wore sweatpants too much.
Well, that's a complicated discussion to get in. Might take the whole podcast, but so I'll just let you have that one. The top comment says, the amount of men that ask me to come off antidepressants because don't I make you happy enough without pills?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you did that to me.
I did not do that to you. That I will clear up. I did not do that to you.
You just suggested.
Because why?
I don't know.
I didn't suggest it because I said, don't I make you happy enough without the pills? I want to vomit hearing that. I never would say such a thing.
Oh, yeah. You just said, do you think you'll have to take them forever?
But it wasn't, even that sounds bad. I wasn't asking you because I had a problem.
I know. You were just curious. You were just like, do you have to take them forever? And I was impulsive. I was just like, I guess not. Maybe I should just stop. And then I did. And then I went crazy.
And she's never been the same since. But yeah, sounds very, something like Tom Cruise apparently saying, don't I make you happy enough? That's
really saying, stupid.
That's like, when a guy doesn't want his partner, like, using toys or anything added to it. Because, like, am I not enough for you?
Yeah, seems like a lack of understanding about how depression and happiness works.
It does.
What idiots.
Just get some sunshine. Someone said, in quotes, "You're too nice. You need to stop that." They said this every time I gave money or food to a panhandler or charity, anytime I expressed compassion for someone who wasn't him, and especially when we were watching George W. Bush's invasion of Iraq and I was horrified at all the Iraqi people dying. Wow, that's very specific.
Okay.
That's a very specific memory. No politics. George. But
why are you so afraid of politics?
because here's the thing. I know Alex, our dear listener who asked the question.
He's Republican.
He's a staunch Republican. I don't know. I don't know what.
But if you are, we still love you, Alex.
No, I don't think he is. I would come from a Republican family. I can get along with Republicans.
Well, that's the scary part to me. I'm not afraid of talking. I'm afraid of like being too light on Republicans because people are so extreme that it's like if you are like okay with the Republican existing in your vicinity, then you're racist.
I always want to say the whole like typical white guy thing. You always hear a white guy. It's like, why can't we just all get along? That's always, why can't we all just get along?
That's so true.
Yeah, but it's like, that's not how the world works.
Because humans are angry.
You know why?
Why?
They're not having good sex.
They're not having good sex?
They're not having good sex.
Oh, okay.
They're not having good sex. And that's what our podcast is about, is good sex.
Yeah, okay, so.
That is interesting, though, that her boyfriend apparently didn't want her being nice. Too much compassion.
Well, maybe it's like he finds it hard to have compassion. It reminds him of how he's not as
it just makes him feel bad, huh? Another comment says, "My college boyfriend said I could stand to lose a few. I wish he could see me now. I am so much fatter. LOL."
Wow.
She called him a dweeb. He was a dweeb.
Why would you date someone who you...
Right.
I guess maybe she gained it while he's with her.
You could stand to lose a few.
That's messed up.
Another comment says, "He wanted me to be shorter. I'm 5'1". He literally wanted me to hunch my shoulders and only wear fucking flats all the time. He was 5'3" and insecure."
Wow.
I want you to be shorter. Just find a shorter girl. What? One more. She says, "Him, you shouldn't wear makeup. Me, why? What's the problem? Lots of women wear makeup. Him, my mom doesn't." Ooh, no. That's weird. He wants you to look like his mom.
Yeah, I think my ex didn't want me to wear makeup either.
Because his mom didn't?
Just complete the skater girl look. I don't know.
Oh, skater girls don't wear makeup?
I thought
they were
me to
like
be a
black
chill girl.
eyeliner.
He decided he wanted me to be a skater girl. He just wanted me to be like a cool girl.
What's a cool girl?
You know, just like one of the bros, but that like also is down to fuck.
So he wanted a dude?
One of those girls who's like, hey, what's up? But is also like, hey. That's what all guys want. I've decided.
They want girls that just say hey?
Girls that are hot but don't look like they're trying in any way to be hot.
Next story. I feel like I don't check with how you're doing in the middle. Are you doing good? You feel good?
Yeah, I feel okay.
Okay. That was weird. All right. Okay, we're moving on to a new story. The title is, "My boyfriend feels irritated if I touch my clit during sex. We have a great sex life, and I always want to reach orgasm during sex. Sometimes I come by oral sex, and sometimes I touch my clit during penetration so that I can reach orgasm. Occasionally, it takes me a long time to orgasm through oral sex, and I feel bad when he's down there making him eat me out until I come. However, recently, he just stopped in the middle because he felt emasculated that I have to touch my clit during sex. He felt that he wasn't enough to pleasure me, and he also felt like less of a man with me. I was so confused at this because he had never said that before. He said that it made him lose his erection if he saw me touching myself during sex. All this was very hurtful and sudden, and I feel quite undesirable. Since then, I'm not touching my clit during sex because I don't want him to feel bad. But I am unable to reach orgasm, so I've started faking it. What should I do?
Dump him.
Right?
The fuck? Or, explain to him, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you don't care about me.
Mhm.
You're right, you're not enough.
They're both 25, so he should know by now that, how the woman's body works. That would be like her saying, well, I don't want to touch your penis. I only want to touch the bottom of your shaft. I mean, that's that most of your sensation comes from, your penis head, the head of your penis.
That's what they say.
And most of women's pleasure comes from the clit.
Well, maybe she's on it too soon. He wants to do it for her.
Too soon.
He wants to do it for her.
No, he wouldn't touch it. What are you kidding? He's mad that she has to touch it all. He thinks that
he's still pleasuring her.
No,
he's just a penis and vagina type of guy.
I mean, apparently he eats her out sometimes, but yeah, who knows? I mean, his nose is probably just grazing against it. He doesn't want to go touch it. He's just down at the bottom. I don't want to touch that thing. His nose just accidentally hits it. This dude sounds dumb. I guess what comes down to the whole thing. Men want their dick to be enough. They're like, God designed a dick and it goes in there. Where does that come from? Where does it come from?
Why are guys like that?
They are, we're made to believe that our dick is, something special.
Yeah, why? What's special about it?
They're
not.
They're not special.
No.
Are they at least kind of cool?
Yeah.
Okay. But they're not special. No, I mean, yeah, it's I think, we need better sex education.
You want them to teach that in school?
Why not? In high school?
Good luck with that. This is how you masturbate.
No, it's just like teach where pleasure comes from on everyone's body, what people need.
Even I'm not sure I'm into that.
Oh, okay.
I taught my kid at school how to pleasure someone else.
Why not? We want people to be happy, right?
Whoa. Okay.
I'm talking about, in high school.
What? You're gonna teach high schoolers how to have the best possible sex?
You're not like giving them tips on like positions necessarily. It's just like,
just so that they understand. I don't know. Maybe that's the parents' job.
Yeah, probably.
Tell your sons, you let her rub her clit.
Right. You rub that clit, son. Rub it hard.
But it's also okay if she does it.
And
it's not all about you.
Right. I think people should just focus on your partner's pleasure. Don't you want them to feel pleasure?
Well, some people say that you should focus on your own pleasure. And he's trying to take that away from her. Instead of just like everything's for the person you're with. It's your responsibility to make sure you are satisfied during sex.
Yeah.
Say or do what you need.
Right. The top comment says, don't fake it. If he's going to have an unrealistic expectation, that's on him. But you deserve to enjoy yourself. And if he doesn't understand how every person's body is different and needs different stimulation, that's on him. You shouldn't go without just to stroke his ego.
I know. You're just going to like give up orgasms for this guy?
Someone said, tell him to do some research on female orgasms. Many women find it difficult to climax with just penetration.
Yeah, or get better on going down on her.
Yeah, why is it taking her so long? Another comment says, he is insecure and feels his dick isn't enough to satisfy you. The problem is in his head. It's not you.
Yeah, she could, reassure him too.
Yeah, I guess if she really likes this trash human being, then okay. I'm just playing. No, I think that's probably a common thing in couples. Guys like, oh my God, you always have to touch your clit.
Like my first blowjob, I wasn't very good at it.
Oh, you were giving the blowjob. You weren't very good at it? How do you know?
Because he had to finish himself off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe he just maybe he had that thing, the death grip. He was jerking off too much. So, like, you know.
I don't know about
he
that.
lost sensation.
It's not like he was a virgin. But, and no, because it was only the first 2 times and then it didn't happen anymore.
Wow, you a quick, fast learner, huh? Were you, like, practicing on bananas and stuff?
No.
What do you think you were doing wrong? You scraping them with your teeth?
No, I wasn't doing that. Maybe I was too gentle.
Too gentle.
Every guy's different, though. You know. Anyway.
Yeah. Tell me more. Tell me more.
You know. Oh, and the most humiliating part is that he said, "Here, let me help you out." Oh my God.
Wow. And you felt humiliated?
I didn't feel. I mean, it is what it is. I just
But
felt like, I guess I'm not.
You felt that way? Like
Well, I guess, yeah, I didn't do a good enough job.
Mm.
So, I understand. But no, I didn't say, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the end goal is that they come.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of taking that away from him, I just got better.
Right. Yeah. Well, but, you know, his thing would be like, there's nothing I can do. She's always going to want to touch her clit.
He could touch it.
But he doesn't
or find positions where it
true.
touches
right.
it during penetration.
Right. Mm-hmm. Do a little missionary. Stay close to her. Stay close to her and grind against her.
That's what I'm... Please.
What? Grind? You want to maintain your lower half of your body.
You're an sexpert. No.
Remain in contact with her body, and you'll stimulate her clit.
Okay, but why? That's what I'm saying. Like, this guy, he's not putting in enough effort. You don't want her to touch your clit? Then be creative.
If you don't want her,
it out.
If you don't want her to touch your clit, I'm gonna come and show you how to do it. So you better figure it out. Okay.
Does that mean you're gonna fuck her? Or?
I guess I should have discussed it with you first. I guess I should have.
Please don't do that.
All right, we have another story. This one is, am I the asshole for getting my wife a penis-shaped cake? I, a 34-year-old male, was gearing up to celebrate my 10th anniversary with my wife, who is 31. I had an entire night planned out, like we were going to be trying lobster for the first time. Where the conflict arises was with the cake. I had always wanted to do a penis-shaped cake since I thought it was funny, but I didn't know how my wife would react. However, since it was our 10th anniversary, I figured she would be used to my crude sense of humor. I went ahead and got the cake a couple of days in advance and put it in our fridge. However, my wife snuck a peek and was not pleased. She got really mad at me and accused me of trying to ruin our special night. I thought that was ridiculous, but she's been mad at me ever since. Apparently, she spoke with her family about it, and they've been blowing up my phone ever since. They're mostly conservative Mormons. I still don't think I did anything wrong by trying to do something nice for her, but I realized I might be the asshole because I haven't offered to get another cake yet since the mood was kind of ruined.
Okay, you weren't trying to do something nice for her. You were trying to do something funny for yourself.
Right, he said, I still don't think I did anything wrong by trying to do something nice for her. You weren't thinking about her. You were thinking about your lifelong dream of having a penis-shaped cake for some reason. Why is that your dream in life? Dream bigger, dude.
But I mean, it's not like he was like, oh, what would she like most?
A penis-shaped cake.
He said he wasn't even sure she'd like it, and it sounds like he actually knew she wouldn't.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he was doing it for her, huh?
No, he's selfish.
But do you think it was right for her to tell her family about it?
No. That's weird.
Yeah, she sounds like a little tattletale. Oh, he bought me a penis cake.
It sounds like they're a weird couple.
You're in your 30s. You're celebrating your 10th anniversary.
Yeah, but if she's, she's obviously more conservative. So it may impact her in a way we wouldn't understand. We're like, oh, what's a big deal? I mean, it's just a penis cake. You didn't like it, but it may be like, oh my God,
It was shocking to her.
Or maybe it's hurtful that he did such a big joke as like a special day for them.
Mm-hmm.
Or like offensive that he made it sexual when it's supposed to be I don't know.
No,
I mean,
can see it.
it's hard for me to understand.
Well,
'cause-
but you wouldn't have like intense reaction to it. But I don't think you would feel like, oh, he really cares about me if he bought me a penis.
let me
cake.
pretend it's not a penis. Let me pretend it's something that I would find stupid.
You wouldn't if I bought you a penis shaped cake for our 10th anniversary. You wouldn't find it.
I would like that.
You would like that.
I would like a penis cake.
Okay.
Why not?
All right.
She's different. If you got me, I don't know, chocolate cake. I don't like chocolate cake.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I don't like chocolate cake. So I'd be like, why did you
Right,
get
it's
me
not
this
thoughtful,
chocolate cake?
It's not full, and she
Yeah.
doesn't like dick.
She doesn't like penis shaped
like
novelty items.
Yeah, it sounds. They have a lot of issues. I think a lot of issues are going to arise in their marriage, because she's telling her family, his
I mean, they've been
family.
together 10 years.
Yeah, that's probably happened for, huh? He's probably had to deal with her family.
But I'm saying, like, maybe they... Oh, you mean with her talking to her family?
Yeah, because I wouldn't like that. That would be terrible. I got to answer phone calls and texts from your father because I ordered a penis-shaped cake. I would not like that. It would make me resent your parents.
Is she Mormon?
I believe so.
Well, then she wouldn't
Maybe
be...
not.
I would think she's not. I don't know. I don't know that.
The cake would have just burned.
I don't know how they... I mean, why would he be married to her? Why would they be married? Why would she marry him if she was still Mormon? I don't know. Why would she marry him at all if she's, like, crying to her Mormon family? I don't know. It's strange.
A top comment says, "Hello from a conservative Mormon. I have a great sense of humor and lots of people I know from church do too. But it's your anniversary. You said yourself you didn't know how she would react. So pick a random day to penis cake surprise her. Not your 10th anniversary. I can understand why she's upset." Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, you don't even... She may have built it up in her head.
Oh, right. It's her 10th. Yeah, 10th, that's a pretty big anniversary. Dang, you are a dick.
But maybe he... Again, it seemed like he knew she wouldn't find it funny. But maybe he was like, I show love by trying to make you laugh. But again,
Apparently
it
she
sounds
doesn't like his sense of humor.
And it was more like he was trying to make himself laugh.
Yeah. I mean, although I do not support her telling her family, he's an asshole in the situation.
Maybe he's making it about the cake, but maybe she was telling her family, like, can you believe, like, this is what he was going to do? He doesn't care about that. Maybe it's a long-running thing.
But that's still...
Oh, you're just not allowed to talk to your family at all?
I don't think you should go running to them every time you have a problem in your marriage.
I don't think it's smart, because then it's going to impact their opinion. But, I mean, she also has a right to vent her feelings if needed.
Get a friend or a therapist.
Now, the family should not be texting him about it.
Right.
That is true.
They've been blowing him up. Blowing up his phone. How dare you? And then the dad secretly like, but let me see the cake. Let me see the cake, son. Why don't you give that to us? We'll take care of it. Because he's secretly gay. Because he's closeted.
Gay guys love penis cakes.
A secret gay guy.
Another thing is that it sounds like he's not even attempting to see her point of view.
Yeah, that's true. But there you go. He's probably not seeing her view as much because he's like having to defend himself against her whole family.
So
don't tell your family about this stuff. Maybe he had a better reaction to it.
Because if multiple people know, then you'll double down and you won't self-reflect.
Well, he just feels more on the defensive now. As opposed to if she just, sat and had a discussion between them and their union together. Kept
I
it inside the
understand,
union.
but that doesn't mean that you can't think about it.
Yeah, he should realize that he is the asshole in this scenario. You made a mistake. I don't think you're a bad guy, but you made a mistake. You should not use your 10th anniversary as your excuse to get a penis cake.
No, I don't know that he's an asshole. I mean, it sounds like neither of them really did anything wrong.
I mean, that's kind
They
of
just
an
need to be more
asshole-ish move.
understanding of one another. That he wasn't trying to be hurtful, and he can understand how what seemed, unthoughtful.
Right.
There you go.
I agree. All right. Well, that's the end of this episode. I'm kind of bummed though.
Why?
because I didn't know that was going to be our last story, and I didn't get to say final story.
Oh, God. Say it now and we'll cut it in.
No, it's okay. I needed to break the habit.
Okay.
It's good.
Break the habit.
Yeah.
But someone said they liked it.
Huh?
Someone said they liked it.
Well, no, they'd like the transitions, to have the transitions from story to story.
Oh,
moving
next
on.
story.
Right,
Okay.
right, which we still have.
Okay. That is all. And if you, sorry again to our podcast listeners, but this lighting really sucks, so we probably won't do this one again. But if you are watching, feel free to give feedback.
Yeah, do you think this lighting sucks? If so, direct your mean comments to her. She's in charge of lighting.
Actually, I wanted to change it, and you said not to, remember?
That is true. Direct your mean comments to me. She did want to change it. She noticed that it sucked. And I said, let's just go. Let's just go. And then...
But maybe they love it. Do you love it? And listeners...
I feel like we're trying to pit our kids against each other. Like, oh my God, which one do I choose?
I won't be hurt either way.
I won't be either.
I would hope. And if you're a listener, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, so that was pretty cool, right? If you like listening, maybe you should subscribe or something. That'd be even cooler. Oh, and follow us at How Our Podcast on basically every relevant social media platform.